I'm one of 11 children, and I had the opportunity in 2013 to ride in the tour of New Zealand with my brothers. So there were 6 brothers in a Land Rover Defender together riding the tour, and it was awesome. And I reflected on that afterwards about the opportunity that had provided for me, for our family, inspired by that and your generosity, Peter, and also by the London 2012 Olympics when I was living in London at that time. And I went away and I thought, how can we as a family contribute to helping others have experiences like we have? How can we help others to experience these things? And with a few conversations, we got in behind cycling hubs in New Zealand. And the idea was that around each velodrome in New Zealand, there would be a youth hub, a coach put in place who would bring together local youth and who would train them and bring them into the sport and help them excel in the sport. One of the things about that, and that I've learned, is it's not just about cycling. And what we talk about in the hub and what Sid, who I'll introduce to you in a minute, has shared with me, is he said, first, it's about being better in our family. Secondly, it's about doing better in our education. And thirdly, it's about doing better in cycling. So 4 or 5 years have gone by, and as you know, many things have changed with Cycling New Zealand and other things, but we have this awesome hub going, led by Sid in Invercargill. Now Freddie and I, he's my son, as many of you know, and we've had an awesome tour together. And it's been a real joy to be able to... 10 years on, and most of you know we're not cyclists. But, yeah. And there's one thing I'll share about that, and that's about pulling out. When you get to the start of these events, or just the week before, put up your hand if you actually thought, I'm going to pull out. I can't do it. Yeah. I haven't raised enough money. I haven't done enough training. I'm too busy at work. And I just want to say a testament to that for me and Freddie, because that crossed our mind. That crossed my mind. Going up the hill today, and yesterday, and the day before. But I just wanted to share that. Now the G Force hub, we're the Gardners, and we're the G behind the G Force in Invercargill in the hub. And it's been awesome to ride with the riders today and throughout this week. And I want to introduce the coach of that hub, Sid.
Well, I'll start off with, we actually have 6 riders, but by the end of the week, now we've got 2 more. And we have another, one of our older athletes, same as myself, Chris, he's sitting over there. He didn't want to come up because his legs are a wee bit sore like mine. But the big thing is that we want to be better every day. We don't want to be the best, we want to be better. You put a ceiling on it, exactly what Julian said before. You put a ceiling on it, and if you're the best, well, someone's going to be better. So we just want to be better every day, and we work on that philosophy of family and friends first, education, and then put your bike riding down. You sit down with some of these young guys here, all 15, 16-year-olds these guys are. They're actually predominantly track cyclists. They've just spent, some of them done Oceania Games, some have just done track nationals, and then their dumb coach, and this is what I was at the start of the week, I still am, but the thing is, he said, let's go and do the tour of New Zealand, because Kent, who looks after us, said it would be a great idea. I'm sure that they all think it's a great idea now because we're finished. But the big thing is that they've put in some hard work on the track, which is 250 metres turning left. And that's all they do. And they pass people, or people pass them. They get great skills from it. And then they can transfer those skills into bunches today that they're riding with older people, and they're learning a lot of different skills. So what we're actually going to do is, we've taken up too much time, Pete, sorry, but we've carried on. What I'm going to ask, I've got a wee question for one of them to answer, and then so that you know what we do down there, a wee bit of what they think of it. So Oliver, he goes first because he's the tallest. So for Oliver, basically, what have you learned, for a team in the hub?
So, thanks, Ed. Right, so for me in G Force, riding for the hub with all these amazing guys, one of the most important things about us is our culture and our sportsmanship, and that comes before the actual racing to me. So, for example, behind the scenes of all the racing, we often have mountain bike camps or like that kind of stuff, like swimming in the lakes, and you can't pretend that mountain bike camp, staying up late, bouncing on the bunk beds, like that kind of stuff, that's what brings us together. That's what helps us stay together on the team. There's that sort of culture that's really powerful to me. So, yeah.
So, Hamish, what did you learn on the tour?
Well, for me, it would definitely be bunch skills and riding in a bunch. You're sitting there, pulling your turn, even though most of it was done by the Trout boys, so thanks to them. But yeah, and also nutrition is a big thing. Remembering to eat all the time and drink. Sometimes it's hard when you're crunching on the bars, just trying to hang on. So yeah, but it's just been a really great learning curve, and I couldn't have done it without Pete and the organisers and the whole team. Just thank you.
So, Caitlin, what's it like being a female athlete in the hub?
So staying with boys for a week is always interesting, but no, they're really good. Like, they kind of just treat me like one of the boys most of the time, which doesn't always work, but everyone is fully supportive, and it's cool to be out here as a girl. Like, there's heaps of women out here racing too, which is awesome to see for me, because there's not many girls in the sport. When you have a cool team, when you have a team of people who support you and keep going, and I have these boys to train with and push me to be better, and it's given me so much more over what other people don't have. And just because I don't have girls to ride with doesn't mean I don't have a support team.
So, Jono, what have you learned about teamwork this week?
Alright, so yesterday I was pretty cooked. On the second stage, team time trolling it, and I'm telling the boys, I can't do much more work, and then they just go, alright, just sit on. They just dragged me along the whole stage and just showed that we all want to win as a team and not just individuals. And just the culture is, like I said, we're good mates off the bike as well as on the bike, and we all want to win as a group.
So Liam, he's just tasted a wee bit of international. He went to Oceania Games just, what was it, 2 weeks ago, 1.5 weeks ago in Brisbane. So he was training to ride, like I said, in a circle for 250 metres, and he's a sprinter as well, believe it or not. How did you find that?
Yeah, well, it was different, that's for sure. We came off nationals all really well, and then we had 1.5 weeks training before we flew off again. So not a lot of time. So we're all on the back foot, but we went over there optimistic, I guess you could say, and we just thought, we might as well have fun if we don't get the results we want. So we had an awesome team. I think we had 6 riders, and a whole bit of support group. While we were over there, when we were riding, we had a lot of help just with bike mechanics, and if we didn't have that, we would have definitely struggled. So, and then we'd go back in again, have fun, not worry about the racing, and just have a good time as a team and enjoy ourselves. So.
You did forget to mention that we actually took 5 over and they won 8 medals at the Oceania Games. Last but not least, Finn, how do you think the hub prepared you for nationals this year?
Oh, this is great. All the training, we had like 6 really intense months over from the summer holidays and stuff, training as a team. We did some camps, we did lots of road rides, really tough stuff on the track. It was just great working with the crew. And then going into racing, everyone was mentally prepared. We had all the coaches and all the crew ready to support us when we needed. And then even on the track with the boys in my age group and stuff, just helping each other along. We came out as a team. We had lots of medals. I don't know how much, 25 as a team from the event, and it was just great. We got some team stuff, we got individual stuff, and it's all the help from everyone, parents, friends, coaches, the support. It was just great.
So if any of you want to send your kids down to the carnival, we've grown an extra member already this week, so you can send them down, we'll look after them, and we'll try and teach them some good stuff. So thanks very much, everybody.
Julian, if you come back up,